Free School District Board of Education special meeting for Tuesday, November 23rd, 2021. District Clerk, please note that all trustees are present. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge of allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty
and justice for all.
Okay, our board district vision is to create a community that creates dynamic learners who possess social awareness, confidence, and a belief in their power to succeed. Our mission statement, the Kenton community will provide our students with supports, tools, and diverse opportunities needed to meet the challenges of an ever-changing world. And our values are mutual respect, independence, trust, teamwork, integrity, passion for excellence, and responsibility. All right, item 2 is the approval of the agenda. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
So moved by Leslie, I think it was.
Yep.
Do I have a second?
Second by Todd.
Second by Todd. Any discussion? There being none, I call for a vote. All those in favor, so signify by saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried unanimously. Item 3 are our action items. Item 3A is contract for the approval of the contract for Agile Sports Technologies Incorporated, other known as Huddle. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved by Leslie.
No moved by Leslie. Do I have a second?
Second by Todd.
Second by Todd. Any discussion?
Yes, I have a few questions.
Okay.
How long have we subscribed to Huddle? Because is this a 3-year renewal?
Thank you for that question, Dr. Riegstad. So we primarily, to my understanding, was basically came into the mix more so last year when we were seeing and when we had the challenges that we had during the pandemic. This is a 3-year contract. This is going to kind of be some things happening simultaneously. The 3-year contract will give us the ability to also look at our internal systems and create things and enhance things within our district so that we may not have to rely on external partners from here on in. Huddle will give us this option right now and continue this option right now. So it's a right now type of move, and it's also a planning for the future type of move. That's why we're looking to institute this. By having the special board meeting, in order to get this, the ball rolling, once the contract gets approved, it takes a few weeks just to get the equipment in and get it placed. So I do not have Brett with me here tonight. So I wish I could answer your question a little bit more in depth, but that's my understanding of it. And that was the initiative that I also put forward to the team, especially where we see that, unfortunately, that we still are with COVID. But outside of the realm of COVID, one of the things that we learned from the pandemic, we want more live options for events in the future. So this is a step in the right direction.
And what specifically is the scouting piece? So I remember, Mr. Banker alluded to that at the very end of his presentation at the last board meeting about the fall sports update. But he said something about scouting opportunities. But yeah.
Sure. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt, Doctor.
No, that's okay.
So to my understanding, it's scout when you're speaking of scouting, because it is something that's live streamed, that streaming can also be used to highlight and work on statistics for students and show some things on film, to be basic about it. I know that probably President Chimera and Trustee Marquardt might even have a little bit more information than that because of their experience using Huddle in the past. But that's my understanding, that it can be used for the advantage of students when it comes to schools that they're applying to.
I can chime in.
Oh, I thought it was, I'm sorry, Matt.
Go ahead, go ahead.
Okay, I assumed that it was used, that we'd have access to recordings of games played by other schools. And
Yeah, well,
that coaches
it
use it.
allows you, so what it allows you to do, we haven't used Huddle in the past for that. We've used another company called Crossover, but it's basically the same thing. What it allows you to do is, for example, if I'm coaching at Kenmore West and we're playing Jamestown next week, I can call the Jamestown coach and ask him to release his last 2 or 3 games to me, and then we would exchange through this program so that we could then scout each other. So that's one of the big things that I don't think. I talked to Brett the other day, and I don't think he's not doing. The main reason I think we're going with Huddle is for being able to live stream, but along with it, we're going to get that other, I guess the other advantage of being able to use it as a scouting tool too.
Okay, and just out of curiosity, do our coaches still attend games that are being played by upcoming opponents and take notes?
Yes, because and this is my personal feeling, but you can watch, when you watch a video, you're seeing the plays happen, but you're not seeing other things that are going on. You're not seeing a kid that might have to leave the game for a certain reason. You're not seeing. It's unclear as to whether there might have been a penalty that changed the situation. So we always have gone to the game the week before anyway. That if we're playing Williamsville South next week, we'll go to South, but we'll also exchange tapes with them for maybe 2 games prior to that too. So we get more video, but being there, there's nothing that replaces actually being there.
So
Okay.
President Shamera, and I hate to interrupt, but so the explanation that I gave, is it my complete misunderstanding, or does that exist also, that it can be used for the benefit of the child and the family, since it is being live?
Yeah, no, it can be used for not only that, but it also, so again, for example, when I created a tape for my son to send out to colleges, I was able to do it right through the program that we use. I could just download all his games. I could pick and choose plays and put together a tape to do that. So it's used, there's a lot of different uses for it.
Okay, and I just had one other question. And when I was surveying the list of sports covered in this 3-year contract, there seemed to be there is at least on the list, a gender imbalance. It's like 2 to 1 male sports as opposed to female. And I was wondering if there might be a way at some point during the 3 years to shift things around a little bit, maybe open it to, field hockey or, cheerleading's a sport, isn't it? Or softball, or,
Yeah, so it's a great question, Doctor. And I think that answer is twofold. First, these locations that we're starting off with will be in the Kenmore East Gym, Adams Field Press Box, Kenmore West Gym, and the Crosby Field Press Box. So that's where they're mounted, so that it has a clear view of events that we have going on at those fields. The hope is to continue to expand that to baseball, softball, soccer, field hockey, anything that we have on those fields. We have that capability now, but extending it even more. Once again, that's why starting off basic to make sure that we have at least something we're able to offer to our families, and then continue to expand our capacity, so that if we have our way, it's going to be for everything athletic eventually. But we have to start somewhere and continue to expand.
okay, but somewhere within those 3 years of the contract that we're being asked to approve, other sports could be included than the ones on the list?
Yes, absolutely. It's more about the locations. To my understanding, it's more about the locations than it is about sports. But that could have been some exemplars of sports, but those 4 locations, I don't think that we're limited. And at least that's not the goal of us here in Kenton, to limit it to certain sports.
Okay, thanks.
Any other discussion? Okay, then I call for a vote. All those in favor, so signify by saying aye.
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 Any opposed? Any abstentions? Motion carried unanimously. All right, item 3B is the approval of a contract for Synovia Solutions. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
So moved by Tom,
Second.
second by Jen. Any discussion? There being none, I call for a vote. All those in favor so signify by saying aye.
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 Any opposed? Any abstentions? Motion carried unanimously. Okay, item 4 is other matters, and the only other matter I wanted to mention was just a reminder about our breakfast with the board that will be happening a week from Saturday, December 4th, from 9 to 11 at the community room at Kenmore Middle School. And our hope is that people that wish to attend will sign up ahead of time so that we can plan on having enough food and seating. If you just go on the district website and click on the link to the November 18th Community Connection, there's an announcement about the breakfast and then a link to a Google Doc to sign up. As of right now, the plan is to begin at 9 and have breakfast available and have some time to eat and mingle, and then maybe about 9:30 to begin an informal dialogue where people can ask questions or share comments and concerns with the Board of Education members. Superintendent Samato and his leadership team will also be on hand to answer questions. So, please spread the word. Any discussion about that? Anybody? I know we discussed it a little bit, and I know we're kind of waiting to see what the numbers are like before we make any solid plans, because we need to make sure we have enough room in the room that we're in. We may have to move the venue somewhere else in the building.
Hey, Matt, one question, like, will it be facilitated by you or Tino, or just kind of an open forum, or?
I think my understanding is we as a board are going to facilitate, whether that's me doing introductions and then getting it started. Tino in the cabinet will be there to answer questions that we need those day-to-day decision makers to help answer. But for the most part, it's going to be a board-led discussion. Any other discussion about that? Any other concerns? Anything else to bring up?
No, I will add, Jen and Tom commented about this forum, and I agreed with all of it. So I think if I get tripped up, I'll just say this is our first time doing it, and my first time. If I'm not sure if you guys in the past have done them, but I would just say, this is new to me as well, and I think we're all professional and we'll adjust as we go.
Matt, just real quick question. When you say members of the community, that means parents, community members, and also like staff, teachers. Will the building principals be there or invited? Do we know?
I don't think we've invited them specifically. I think it's okay for anybody to come. It's part of the Kenton community.
Okay.
I've attended them in the past when the previous board held these types of forums. I attended as a parent, and I don't think I ever saw any staff there. It was all parents. There were some community members who came who did not have students in school, but were just interested in, issues going on in the schools. So it was mostly parents, and it was always very cordial. Everyone was very polite. It was a discussion. I always liked them. I thought it was very informative and nice to have a dialogue with the board. So I'm looking forward to it. I think it's, going to be very beneficial, hopefully.
Any other discussion? Well, if not, on behalf of the board, I want to wish everybody out there and everybody on our leadership team and our superintendent and everybody watching this evening a happy Thanksgiving. Enjoy your day, And we will see you hopefully on December 4th, a lot of you. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
So moved by Todd,
Second,
second by Leslie. Any discussion? There being none, I call for a vote. All those in favor so signify by saying aye.
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 Any opposed? Okay, we're adjourned.
Happy Thanksgiving, everyone.
Yeah, same to everybody.